Welcome everybody, Chef Casey here. Welcome back to Recipes from a Patwin Kitchen. Today we're going to kind of focus on a recipe that is kind of a twist on the olive oil ice cream that we do here at the Olive Mill. It's going to be an olive oil honey panna cotta. So let's get started. So first of all, we need to bloom our gelatin. In order to bloom it, I'm going to add about 5.5 tablespoons of water. Take a spoon if you want and just kind of mix it around. You'll kind of see it start to kind of congeal. And kind of let that sit, let it do its thing. Now we can focus on the panna cotta. Now the panna cotta, I said it's a milk-based dessert, so I'm using heavy cream and I'm using full-fat milk. So you got your pan hot. You don't want this too hot. You're not boiling the cream. So first we could start with our milk, maybe about 3 cups. Let that heat. We'll do about a cup of heavy cream. 1/3 cup refined sugar. Then we're going to use a little bit of the honey, maybe another 1/3 cup of honey. We can go ahead and get some thyme in there. I just take fresh thyme right off the sprigs. Let that infuse for a little bit. Make sure to watch your heat. You don't want your milk and dairy to scald. But let's go back to the vanilla bean for a second. The vanilla bean is a treasured bean in my opinion. It's really tough to get. The good stuff is hard to find. It's very expensive, but it also it brings out dishes. It brings out dessert, especially cream-based desserts. Take the bean pod and slice it right down the middle to open up the cavity, and that's going to expose what some people call vanilla caviar. And as you can see, it kind of resembles. You see the crystals are vanilla crystals. They shimmer in the light. It's beautiful. You kind of just take your knife, again a sharp knife, and you just scrape. You want to scrape all that caviar out. As you can see, beautiful caviar right into your dish, right into the pot of cream. You want to get that nice and hot, but you don't want it to boil. You kind of just want to see steam coming through. So at this point, I'll add a little bit of olive oil. Not too much, because you're going to do an olive oil float. So it's looking pretty good. As you can see, our gelatin is hardened. That's what you want. So it's firm to the touch. You add your gelatin to this, to your cream, and you continue stirring. You want all that gelatin to dissolve. You want it to cook for about maybe another 5 more minutes. So let's turn the heat off. We're gonna let this sit for about 5 minutes. So I said I wanted to do a blackberry muddle. You just want to mash the blackberries up. Not too fine, but just enough where it's kind of a thick paste, but you still know that they're blackberries. Let's go back and check our cream. Give another stir just to make sure all the ingredients are well incorporated. Now let's pour it into a container. I'm using a container with a kind of a spouted front. Kind of give it one last stir to make sure everything's incorporated, because that olive oil wants to float to the top. And preferably, this goes right into the refrigerator overnight, 24 hours. So let's go ahead and plate. So we're gonna take the blackberry right towards the edge. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna finish with a little arbequina float right on top. We'll finish with a little thyme. So here you have it, the olive oil panna cotta with the blackberry compote on top, floated with our arbequina olive oil. Thank you for joining me. Thank you again for coming to Recipes from a Patwin Kitchen. Thank you.